What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us there as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including another huge return at Wrestlemania and... oh boy. Seth Rollins blasts AEW, backstage heat between MJF and Tony Khan, John Cena misses WWE, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at WWE's next Saudi show revealed. Atop of the news today is a potentially big story concerning the WWE's next Super Show in Saudi Arabia, as it appears that WWE is bringing back TLC for its next Saudi event. Andrew Zarian of the Wrestling Observer Figure 4 Online is reporting WWE will be making its return to Saudi Arabia for a pay-per-view event this September, where they're being indicated to us that the pay-per-view will likely be TLC 2022. This comes from the same source that indicated the first WWE pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia this year would be the Elimination Chamber. A specific date for the show has not been confirmed. This would be the first TLC pay-per-view since 2020, as no TLC event was held in 2021. Now, if the report is accurate, it means that WWE will be holding two big events that month, as the WWE reportedly has a premium event planned for the UK the same weekend as AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Zarian noted, a previously reported pay-per-view event taking place in the UK during Labor Day weekend in September is also still happening. And now that the WWE's touring schedule is back in full swing following the ebbing of the pandemic, fans should expect to see the WWE booking its Saudi Arabia super shows on a regular basis. A rumor has it that the WWE may even run more than 2 shows in Saudi Arabia a year, although the logistics of doing so could prove problematic due to the travel time to and from the Middle East. An additional show could avoid the grueling travel if the WWE held a SmackDown and/or Raw show in Saudi Arabia. What do you think of TLC being held in Saudi? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, what's next for Stone Cold Steve Austin after WrestleMania? Stone Cold Steve Austin's upcoming appearance at WrestleMania as a guest on the Kevin Owens show has fans talking not only about what will happen this weekend, but whether it's the beginning of a longer stay for the Texas Rattlesnake. Fans have heard rumors that Austin might stick around after Mania, but according to Ringside News' Steve Carrier, that's not so. WrestleMania is exciting because Steve Austin is coming back to WWE. The big question is how often fans will see him. We're told that as of right now, Austin's WrestleMania appearance is a one-time only thing. Things could always change, but Mania looks like a one-off. It's always possible that Austin could change his mind after he makes his appearances. As we've suggested in our WrestleMania news and rumors video, it's possible Austin is using this appearance as a test run for an extended run or even a match down the road. Would you guys like to see Austin wrestle again, and if so, who should he wrestle? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, another huge return at WrestleMania. And will the WWE Universe Here Comes the Money at this week's Showcase of the Immortals? Well, that could be the case, as PW Insider's Mike Johnson is reporting WWE is bringing Shane McMahon in for WrestleMania 38 this weekend. PWInsider.com has confirmed with multiple sources. There's no word at this time whether McMahon will be appearing on pay-per-view yet, but we are told he'll be in town for the entire WrestleMania weekend. Shane was reportedly in the WWE doghouse after he helped book this year's Royal Rumble and was said to have put himself over a little bit too much, leading to a major spat with his father that led to Shane being sent home. This is interesting, as there was wild speculation about whether Shane would even stick around in WWE. Now, an even wilder story, and brace yourself, is a story making its way through the internet wrestling community that Seth Rollins' WrestleMania opponent will be revealed as Shane McMahon, only for the WWE to swear the fans by having Cody Rhodes show up. Like, can you imagine the instant anger and disappointment from the crowd? It'd be unreal. I'm sure some of you would absolutely love it, but this kind of swerve could turn off viewers. Next up, Seth Rollins blasts AEW. Seth Rollins recently shared his thoughts on wrestlers from one promotion mentioning wrestlers from another promotion, and as far as he's concerned, it's something AEW should avoid. During an interview with the Sports Illustrated Media podcast, Rollins discussed how his mention of Dean Ambrose during Seth's program with Roman Reigns was necessary, as all three men shared a deep bond as members of the Shield. To me, it's one of those things where if it's very useful, it's fine. The references you spoke of, Rollins mentioning Moxley, CM Punk mentioning WWE, are two kinda different things. I didn't use the reference to Mox to talk down to somebody. I wasn't trying to diminish anyone's accomplishments. It wasn't like that. He was part of our story. Roman wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for Mox and I. However, Rollins said AEW's use hasn't been organic and in his opinion, downright tacky. The other side of that coin is the way that it can be used by those guys. They can do whatever they want. I find it very tacky and lowbrow personally. I think it looks and reeks of desperation. I don't think it's anything on our television show that we need to go there and talk down about those guys. They're doing their thing, they're doing it very well. We're very happy for them. I am, at least personally. Are they on our level? No, they have a long way to go to catch up to us. That's fine and they know that. They do things differently. From my perspective, it's a step down for us to use it as an insult. That's my perspective. People may not share that opinion. It'll be fascinating to see how the WWE utilizes Cody Rhodes when he returns to the company, especially in terms of whether they'll mention his time in the competition or gloss over it. What do you think of Seth's take? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, backstage heat between MJF and Tony Khan. Now is there heat between AEW's resident bad boy Maxwell Jacob Friedman and the promotion's president Tony Khan. Well, a rumor has been going around that MJF came under heat after an interview with Ariel Helwani, where Wrestling Soul to the Earth discussed his AEW contract, a potential jump to the WWE, Cody Rhodes' AEW exit, and his friendship with Bruce Pritchard. This led to what was described by various news sites as a heated exchange, with one wild rumor stating it turned into a physical altercation. First, let's take a look at an excerpt from MJF's interview. So when you're talented as over and as much of a draw as me, if I want to, I can bite off Tony Khan's fingers. He knows where his bread is buttered, and if that offends somebody in the locker room, which I know it does, oh well, cry about it. Get more over than me. Oh wait, that's right, you can't. Because I'm literally the best talker in the business and one of the best wrestlers in the history of the business, bell to bell. A rumor has it MJF's comments themselves led to a spat with Tony Khan, not so much because of the comments themselves, but because Tony Khan had reportedly not given him approval for the interview, particularly MJF chatting about his contract and the WWE's interest in signing him. Like many a wrestling story, this one took a life on its own, with rumors going so far that the two even got into a fight. However, Meltzer reported that no physical altercation occurred and the matter had been resolved. Nevertheless, there could be a bigger issue driving the alleged argument, as Sean Ross Sapp reports the problem runs deeper than an interview. Sapp elaborated this in a backstage report audio saying, "I know MJF is frustrated about his contract and he wants to be paid more, and that's just the long and short of it. There are a lot of people that have come in after him that are getting paid way more." MJF has arguably become AEW's top heel and could be looking for more money in light of how much he has contributed to AEW's success. At the same time, MJF is known for working the fans, and this could be another example of him blurring the lines between kayfabe and reality. Next up, John Cena misses WWE. John Cena has been doing quite well for himself as an actor, but believe it or not, the 16-time world champion still misses his time as a WWE superstar. The current star of the HBO Max series The Peacemaker recently told GQ.com, "I miss it every single day. But I'll be 45 on April 23rd, and I was very fortunate to make it as long as I did with only a minor list of injuries. Nothing that has changed the trajectory of my long-term health. I'm strong, flexible, and in good shape externally, internally. I think now being a full-time touring performer might start to hit that point of diminishing returns, and I have to be realistic when I look at that." It's good that Cena recognizes just how much he's accomplished and how he's better off doing what he's doing now rather than tarnishing his incredible legacy. And finally, the King is dead. And last but not least, the King is dead, long live the King. As Wrestling News is reporting that Xavier Woods, who won the 2021 King of the Ring tournament, had a slight change to his name following his recent return to SmackDown. WWE has dropped the King Woods moniker and he's back to being Xavier Woods. The reason behind the name change is unknown, but knowing the WWE, it could be anything from Vince McMahon's cardio machine breaking down to him thinking fans would be confused by the presence of Jerry the King Lawler. Who the hell knows? But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.